Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Seraphin up demonstrating in the US. Let's get going. I am trying to get my camera in a better place, but anyways, this is my whiteboard. This is video number 12. Still working on my alternatives for the July 2022 paper pumpkin. This is going to be a 5x7 card. And the reason being is because I'm actually going to do two 5x7 cards. Not in this video, but I'm going to be using all of these flags in my next video, and this is going to be using these 5 holes from punching out from our paper pumpkin. And what I have, okay, we're going to cut this down, but what I have prepared is a 5x7 white, basic white cardstock. And I think I need to lift my camera up for you guys to see all this. Trying to work with it. Okay. And I have this layer of Poppy Parade, which is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And this layer here, this blue, is a scrap piece of blue. It might be what they called Buckaroo blue back a long time ago. It was just in my scrap pile of stuff that I was going through, and I liked the color. So anyways, this layer here then is 5x7. Okay, I'm trying to get it right. Oh, let me just show you with the ruler, Alice. It'd be a lot easier. So my Poppy Parade layer is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. This blue layer is 6.5 by 4.5. Okay, so now we're gonna go to set this all aside for the moment. I'm going to bring in the guillotine because I need to cut this in half. And the first thing I'm going to do is, this is roughly 1/4 of an inch there. So I'm going to cut that. That looks to be really good. Let's get it right at 4. Hopefully that'll be a perfect measurement for my next card. So I'm going to set that back in my paper pumpkin box. Now I want to look at this on my card. Oh my gosh, that might just, I want it a little bit more off this side and this side. So I'm going to have to be kind of careful, and I am just eyeballing it until I get the measurement that I want. Okay, so this is going to take it to 4 exactly. Let's see what that looks like in the center. I don't think I can take it any smaller. So we're going to go with this. So I'm going to put my guillotine away. So I've got it 4. And then I'll tell you what this measurement is. 4 by 5 3/4. Just about. It's a hair longer than that. But I'm not going to trim any more off of it. So now we're going to start. I'm looking for my Stamp and Pierce mat. We're going to put some color on this. And I didn't want to go with Pacific Point because I wasn't using that. So I thought I would bring in Seaside Spray. Balmy Blue would work. It's just Seaside Spray was what I grabbed. So I am not, see how light that is? We are not stamping off. We are going to stamp this all over this white piece. And this little stamp that I'm using is from the Color and Contour stamp set, which to me looks like sea spray. It's just texture. It's just gonna add something to this plain white, and I didn't want to sponge anything. So I'm gonna show you what I mean. You're gonna get a better look when it's on the card. You see how that it looks like, you know, spray from the ocean. So that's what the look we were going for. We are going to be using this again. Now what else I did is I took, do I have all 4? I have 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4 circles, because these are going to go in here. Ta-da! And the size of the circle is from a punch, 1 3/4 punch. You can use a die, but this is what I was going for because it was quick and simple. And this was some really crappy scrap paper I had. Look at that. really old stuff. So it was white on one side, and I'm going to use it because it was in my scrap box. Now we are going to set all of this aside, and we are going to stamp some scenes on here. We are going to start with our ship, and we're going to stamp this in basic gray. So just on one of the circles, stamp that in basic gray, hopefully. Ooh, yes. And then we need some seahorses done in basic gray. And I'm going to stamp one there, one here, and one here. And I pressed too hard and I didn't get his eyeball on two of those, so it's all right. So we have basic gray is taken care of. I'm going to move that stamp pad and these blocks out of my way. Next little circle image, we're going to do some starfish. Now, I pulled the color and contour stamp kit, and I also have, I will show you, it's called A Little Smile from 2019 Paper Pumpkin. So I have from that set, I have a piece of coral. I have this starfish. I thought we would use it. And along with the 3 little starfish from our set. And this is in Pale Papaya. I'm going to stamp that starfish in the center. And then I'm going to take that off. And I've got these 3 little starfish from our paper pumpkin kit. We are going to go around the outside. Got some more of this little one there. Just a whole bunch of starfish in here. There. Ink that up, and I'm going to try to get a little bit of one right there. Okay, so there's our starfish. Pale Papaya is all done. That block is done. Next we have our fresh freesia and the little coral from the paper pumpkin kit, A Little Smile. Now we are going to do our coral like so. And then here, I'm going to huff a little bit on the stamp and get a little bit more in there. So that is our coral piece. And so far we are doing really good. Now our ship, I'm not liking how this is so blurred. So I need to come up with a fix. And let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this paper here, right here, and I am going to restamp the bottom of my ship. I'm going to give it a quick clean off in Early Espresso. Trying to think, maybe I'll use, I think I might use Soft Suede. I want it brown. I want it to be weathered looking. So we're going to see what Soft Suede will look like. And I'm just doing the bottom of the ship. I just want to get a peek. Yeah, that will work. So I'm just going to stamp this like so. Yes. And now I have to quickly cut it out. I'm just grabbing these scissors. I don't want any white showing on this. So I'm just only because I didn't do a great job at stamping. Because this is going to be under the water. But I want this right here. So, and then I've got to color in my I'm going to have to move that down to where I got most of it covered anyways. Going to trim that off. Okay. Those aside. Now I want to color in my sails. And I'm going to do this with a blender pen. I want to, let's see. You can do it a lot of ways. I'm just going to grab a little block. Get some color on there. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll see what we got. I'm going to pick up that ink. And I'm going to color in my sails. Oh, that works. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. You could do it with the blender pen, Stampin' Write marker, whatever you want. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to go in and around the water. Because the ship is under the sea. And I'm going to definitely need some more ink. Because we're going to do some stamping on top of this. And hopefully it comes out the way I want it to. Clean off my blending pen. Alright, next and final step is our lovely kelp or seaweed, whatever you want to call it, but I don't really care for the Bermuda Bay a lot. So we are going to test it and see how light we can get it. And so we're going to have to do this 3 times. Stamp off 1 time, twice, 3, and then we are stamping on our image. 1, 2, 3, and stamp. 1, 2, 3, and stamp. 1, 2, 3, and I might do some darker images. So stamp off once. We're going to bring a little bit of that darker part of it in there. Just trying to get some, make it look like it's under the water. And now we have to repeat this on all of our images here. So we are going to stamp off. I'm going to bring a little bit in the center. Yeah. And I'm going to stamp off and a little bit there. And that one is done. Stamp off. Center. Here. There. And that one's done. Real simple. Stamp off. I'm going to do twice, then the center, there. I'm going to repeat that, stamp off twice, here, there, there. And all of our images now are done. I have for the 5th circle area on our card, let's get a look at what this is looking like. I am trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So we have our seahorse, our coral, our ship, and our starfish, which are going in their coordinating areas. Ta-da! Now, I'm going to show you what else I made. I made my own big, large red seahorse, and how I did that was I cut out the outline of the seahorse from our stuff that you punched right here. I glued it onto a piece of Poppy Parade, then I fussy cut it all out. And I didn't go all the way around to the outside of the Poppy Parade that was on the white cardstock there that it came out of. I just wanted that outline. And I'm using some of these here. These are from a while ago. They were from like Valentine's Day or something. And I have them mixed in there with some other stuff, but I thought I liked that look there. So we have this. Then I also took the saying, sending good thoughts. I stamped it on a scrap piece of white from my kit, and I fussy cut it out. And then this was a strip cut from like here or something from this blue. And I thought we would use that here, but I needed something right there. And so I did a square, a Poppy Parade, a circle, I mean, a Poppy Parade. My idea being is I'm going to take this here. We're going to glue this onto our Poppy Parade and then cut it out. So let's see it and see if it comes out. So I have my little circle. I need to get glue onto this bit of coral image. And I really liked this here, like so. Let's see, right about there. So we're gonna put some glue down here on all these little bits, and see where it gets us as far as getting this onto my circle. That might actually be enough. So there it is. Now we need to cut around this. I'm going to turn it over and see where it's going to get me and see if I like it. I may not. I might just have to do another white circle, but this was my idea, and I'm still going to go with it until the end, until I change my mind, maybe, if I don't like it. Let's see. There we go. Now you can see that I have some white up there. I'm not overly concerned with that at all. And if you are, I'll show you what you can do. You can take that blending pen and hopefully we can pick up some more of that blue and just color in that darkness of the white a bit. Now let's see what we have and how we like it. I do like it. I'm a little concerned right now that these are not fitting totally in there. So maybe what I need to do is bring in a little bit more of Poppy Parade. And I think that's what we're going to do. So that's why I don't glue it all down yet. What we are going to do is see about doing a very thin layer of Poppy Parade just like that. So get all that stuff off, bring back the guillotine. Yikes, everything falls from under my desk. So we're going to measure this piece. This is it 4, so probably if it's at 4, we just want, we're going to go to, no, we don't want 4 1/4. We're going to go right 4 2/16. Then we're going to take a look, because if I need to trim it down some more, we will. Let's see what we have. No, that looks really good. Now the trick is to get that same 2/16 inch on this other end. So this one measures, I cannot measure it on here. So you have to measure it with a ruler. So this is at 5, not quite, okay, 2/16, 1, 2, we need to go to almost to 6. So what I'm going to do is bring this in, and I'm going to take a little pencil mark, because I actually need it to be halfway between the 6 and the 16th. So that should do it. If I could actually see that pencil mark is the question. With the arm of the guillotine up there, it's really hard. So let's make it darker. Cannot wait for my new glasses to come in. Another week to go. Pray that that's the right cut, right? Now let's see. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right. So let's bring our card base in. Now we can do, oh, I even like that better. Some things just are meant to be. Now we can do a couple of things. We can pop this one up, and I think that's what we're going to do. So first things first is we're going to glue down the Poppy Parade layer that we just cut. Big bottle of Tombow, because it's a big piece of cardstock. Get that somewhat centered on our card. Now our next piece here, this piece we're going to put on dimensionals. I have almost used all of the dimensionals from this paper pumpkin. We'll see. I might end up using them all. Stick one there, one there, one there, another there, another there, and let's cut these little bits up, and we will use them too. So that one there. That one might be a little big for there. It is, so we'll put it, if I can get it off my fingers, that is. And this large one we will bring right here, and that leaves some of these. So let's see what we need. We need one here, and I'd like a little bit right there, but I'm not sure that's going to make it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one in half, roughly in half anyways. I'm going to put a little bit on this side and a little bit on that side, and now I'm going to place this down. I'm going to pull all these little bits up and see what we can come up with. I would really like to know what y'all think of this card. And I tried to do prep work so it wouldn't take so long, and hopefully it won't. I'm sorry about taking all these little dimensionals off, but sometimes you just need a whole bunch on here. And what do I got? One more to go. Now the trick is to get it right in where I want it with that tiny little border. And that looks good to me. Now we're going to glue our little circles in their spots. We're going to go ahead and use the big bottle of Tombow. So we're going to put that coral down there. Our starfish in the bottom left corner. Our fresh freesia coral is going to go up in, almost had our image going upside down. Next one, we have our ship, which is in the bottom right corner. And where's my last circle? Come on, it's the one with the little seahorses. Yes. And there we have it. Oh, so cute. I love it. Now this little seahorse is going to go right here. Sending Good Thoughts is going to get a trim on it. And I also brought out this little bit of Poppy Parade. I thought I would do a little something, but first, before we go any farther, let me get this trimmed right to where I want it. I'm going to put a pencil mark there and a pencil mark right there, and I'm going to guillotine it because I have no choice if I want it to be straight. So let's see. Guillotine, chop. There we go. Now, last card I did similar to this, which is a smaller. I had the rope, the linen thread, baker's twine, whatever you want to call it, going behind the seahorse. This time, let me get those pieces out of my card. This time I thought I would wrap it around here. Starting here, point, and then kind of wrapping it around the back like so. What do y'all think? I think that would be kind of cool. So let's do that, and I'm gonna use to tack it down with as I knock my Tombow off. What side are we starting with? This side. Right here, I'm gonna start my little bit of twine wrap over here. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna wrap it around twice, and then I'm gonna secure it again with another glue dot. I need to move it, the twine, about some. So we're going to do this on top of our card. Get some out of the package here. I thought I would just wrap it around. Now I'm thinking I want to start up here. Bring it down. I'm not sure if that will work because of where it's at. Unless I do a twist in it, like so. Because I like it being 3. The 2 didn't work for me. So we're going to go ahead and secure it. That almost did it itself. But we're going to go ahead and do this trick. I'm going to take this. I'm going to use a block. I'm going to stick my glue dot on the block. I tend to do this roll-up technique on my bare nails, but I have no polish on and it won't work that way. So I'm taking it. Now I'm just rolling it real tight up on itself. I'm going to take this and I'm going to set this right here next to that one. And that, my friends, you won't even know it's there, but it will be. Oh, definitely. Okay. So I like it like so, but I don't want it to be freer. So right here, we're going to just start popping down some glue dots. If I can get them off, that is. One there. Just playing around with where I want the placement at. Come on. Stay with me. All right. So that one's going to go there. Definitely. This one I'm going to bring up here. In there, and then wrap it around, and I like that idea. So right behind the D here, I'm going to put another glue dot. If I can lift up the darn thing, I'm going to put one there, And then another one, I'm going to go ahead and just eyeball it right about there. And hopefully that will work. If not, it can stay there and I'll put another one. So I'm going to put another loop right there. This one, going to add to there. Let's see how I'm going to pull this one down some. Yeah. Sending good thoughts. I like it. And then we're going to bring it over here and start our wrap. And we're going to start our wrap with another glue dot right there. And so we're going to bring it to here. 1, 2, and secure it down with number 3. I'm going to put a glue dot right on the back of those and off to the side so it secures them all in place. And then we're going to pop this up on dimensionals on our card. So there we have our Sending Good Thoughts with our bit of nautical twine in Poppy Parade. Oh, definitely. Looks like it probably needed one more little loop, didn't it? Which is okay, because if it does, we can add another loop by sticking this here. It just needed, yes, it does. It just needs that little bit more. So there's plenty on the back to secure that. And we, like I said, we are going to use this thing right here and put this, cut it in 3 sections and put it on the back. 2 and 3. And that will secure our sentiment, Sending Good Thoughts, onto our card base. And then we get to add a little bit of bling on it. And our lovely seahorse we made. Right. So Sending Good Thoughts right there. Ta-da! And our seahorse needs a dimensional. Just one right in the center. And then we're going to add some of this little bling on there. And where is that little container? I'm going to try to scoop up some. And we're going to add some of these. So I'm going to add one here. One here. One there. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me put the lid on this. And I'm going to use some of these. I want to bring up some of this red color. I think we might use all red ones and just let the seahorse have the white one. There's my card. I'm liking it. Now, Winka Stella would be great on this card. Do the whole little seahorse in here. Don't forget his little tail in there. Do the little sails. You could do the little portholes. Get some in our coral, which I really like having that red Poppy Parade behind it now. And then just a little bit on these corals, on these seahorse, this little herd, on our large starfish, and on a few of our other ones. And our card is done. Ta-da! Now, for the inside, I could cut another piece of Poppy Parade, but I'm not going to. But I am going to stamp our envelope, and if I could find it, that is. Here we go. We need to do a little scenery on this envelope, and we're going to use our same colors here. Now I've done this several times, so I'm going to stamp off here, stamp off. Yikes, I don't want it on my mat, so I'm coming down. So we're going to add it here, and here. A little bit more because it's a larger card. Okay, next we need some spray from the ocean on our envelope to go with our card. Full strength. This time you can use it twice. And that is Seaside Spray, my friends, but use what you would like. And we need our basic gray. We need our little, just one. Okay, maybe we'll do 2 seahorse. We need our pale papaya for our, where are they? Starfish. We're just going to use the trio. Some there, some here, and some there. And we need that fresh freesia for our coral. Do some there, and a little bit over there. And that, my friends, is our envelope done for our card. Now I haven't decided what on earth I'm going to stick on the inside, so I'm going to leave it blank for the moment. And I hope you liked this size card. If you did, let me know, would ya? And I hope you have a great day on YouTube. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator, but I don't have to be. I am here to show you my love of paper crafting and hopefully inspire you to create some great projects. If you do have a demonstrator, stay with your demonstrator. They've been there for you and they should stay there with you. But I want to invite you to come back to my wonderland and come see me again. Bye-bye now.